Hi, welcome to this tutorial. Before we begin, kindly subscribe to my channel, like the video and share it with your friends. Today we are going to solve Cambridge IGCSE Mathematics Paper 3 Core, Variant 3-3, June 2018. The first question, the table shows the temperature at Lexford Station at 10 each day for a week. Write down the day which had the coldest temperature. Coldest temperature means the lowest temperature. In this table, you can see that -5 is the smallest number. Therefore, the lowest temperature or the coldest temperature was on Friday. In 2, work out the difference in the temperature between Monday and Tuesday. Difference means you subtract. Therefore, 4 minus -3 will give you 7 degrees centigrade. A3, the temperature falls 6 degrees from 10 to midnight on Sunday. Work out the temperature at midnight. Sunday the temperature was 1 and it falls, so therefore -6. The temperature at midnight is -5 degrees centigrade. The distance between Lexford Station and Croughton Station is 6.5 km. B1, a train travels between these stations at an average speed of 39 km per hour. Work out how long in minutes it takes the train to travel between these stations. To find time, we use the formula time is equal to distance over speed. Distance is 6.5 km and speed is 39 km per hour. We will multiply by 60 because speed is in kilometer per hour and we want to find it in minutes. 1 hour has 60 minutes and this will give us 10 minutes. So that is your answer. B2. Each wheel on the train has a diameter of 1.8 meter. Work out the number of complete turns each wheel makes in traveling the 6.5 km. The diameter is in meters and the distance is given 6.5 km. Let's change the kilometer into meter. To do that, you will have to multiply 6.5 multiplied by 1000 is equal to 6,500 meters. 1 kilometer equals 1000 meters. That's the reason we multiply it by 1000. This whole wheel is a circle and we need to find the number of complete turns it takes. It means we need to find the circumference. To find the circumference, we have two rules. 2 pi r if the radius is given, or you can use pi d if the diameter has been given. So to find the total number of turns it takes, we will divide the distance by the circumference, so 1.8 times pi. We will get 1149.45, but they want complete number of turns, so 1149 is your answer. A northbound train leaves Lexford Station every 30 minutes. A bus leaves Lexford Station every 45 minutes. At 11:40, a northbound train and a bus leave the station together. Find the next time when this happens. When you have a question like this, you have to find the least common multiple. Now, to find the least common multiple, there are different ways to do it. We'll do the factor 3 method for this question. We use only prime factors. 2 multiplied by 15 is 30. 2 is a prime number, circle it. And 3 multiplied by 5 is 15. Both are prime numbers. So 30 is equal to 2 times 3 times 5. The same we will do with 45. 5 times 9 is 45. 5 is a prime number. And 3 times 3 is 9. So 45 can be written as 3 times 3 times 5. The same numbers, circle them and think of it as one number. So the lowest common multiple is 2 multiplied by 3, this 2 multiplied by this 3, multiplied by 3, multiplied by 5. We'll get 90. The bus leaves at 11:40. So 11:40 plus 20 will give us 12 o'clock. So from here you subtracted 20, you have 70 remaining. We know that in 1 hour there is 60 minutes. So 12 plus 1 hour will be 13 hour minus 60 from here. 10 minutes are still there. When you add 10 minutes, you will get 13:10. So that is your answer. Here is a part of a timetable for trains going east to west from Lexford station. Work out the number of minutes the 9:14 train takes to travel from Lexford to Moss Head. It leaves Lexford at 9:14 and it reaches at 10:01. So from 9:14 to 10 o'clock, how many minutes will it take? 46 minutes. You can do 60, subtract 14, you will get 46. And from 10 to 10:01 is 1 minute. Total 47 minutes. In my other videos, I have showed you how to use the calculator and find the time directly. There is this button on the calculator which you can press. So 10:01 0 minus 09 14 0. And you will get the answer 47 minutes. Next question. Freda must arrive at Moss Head by 11:30. Write down the latest time she can catch a train from Lexford. So Moss Head, these are the timings given. She has to reach by 11:30. This is 12:02. So she can reach Moss Head by 11:08. She needs to take a train from Lexford at 10:21. Part E. 437 people go on a coach trip. Each coach seats 62 people. How many coaches are needed? We have to do division of 437 by 62. And you will get 7.04 something. So these are the number of coaches. We have decimal here. It means that there are 8 coaches that are needed. Question number 2A. Draw all the lines of symmetry on each shape. A very easy 4-mark question. So you can draw one line here from each tip of the star. First we will draw 2, 3. And then you have here 4, 5 and 6. So there are 6 lines of symmetry for the star. For the rectangle, there are 2 lines, 1 and 2. Part B. The diagram shows an isosceles triangle and a straight line AP. Find the value of x and the value of y. These 2 sides are equal, therefore these 2 angles will also be equal. This is x, this will be x. The sum of these 3 angles is going to be 180. So 2x plus 48 is equal to 180. 48 when it goes to the other side will be negative. 2x is equal to 180 minus 48. 2x is equal to 132. Divide by 2. 132 divided by 2 is 66. Now we have to find y. X plus y equals 180 because angles in a straight line equal to 180. Substitute the x with 66. 66 plus y is equal to 180. Bring the 66 to the other side. 180 minus 66 is 114. Therefore, y is equal to 114 degrees. Part C. Find the size of one interior angle of a regular decagon. Decagon means a polygon with 10 sides. To find the size of one interior angle, we have to use the formula. One interior angle is equal to n minus 2 multiplied by 180 divided by n. N is the number of sides. In this case, we have 10 sides. So replace the n with 10. 10 minus 2 bracket multiplied by 180 divided by 10 will give us 144. So that is the size of one interior angle of a regular decagon. Question D. Looks like a circle theorem question. The points A, B, C lie on the circumference of a circle centered O. So O is the center. PBR is a tangent to the circle. And angle BAC is equal to 37. Find the value of J and the value of K. Angle ACB is 90 degrees because angle in a semicircle equals 90 degrees. Therefore, J will equal 180 minus 90 minus 37, which is going to be 53. To find K, we can see that this is a tangent. They've already told us this is a tangent. If there's a radius and a tangent, that angle is 90 degrees. So if J is 53, K will be 90 minus 53, which is 37. We got both our J and K. ABC and ADE are isosceles triangles, each with a perpendicular height 18 centimeter. BC is 35, so this whole line is 35, and DE, this line here, is 27. Find the total area of the two shaded parts of the diagram. To find the total area, we'll have to find the total shaded area, we'll have to find the area of triangle ABC and minus from it the area of triangle ADE. We have a perpendicular height, so we can use half times base times height. Half times base, which is 35, times 18 minus half times base, which is 27, multiplied by 18. The height is same for both the cases. And we will get 72 square centimeter. I hope you understood the question. A museum's opening timings are shown in this table. Monday to Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Work out how many hours in a week the museum is open for. It starts at 9 and finishes at 17. 17 means 5 o'clock in the evening. 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't count the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't count the 9. So 8 and Monday to Thursday, so 4 days. That gives us 32 hours. And then from 8:30 to 18 is 6 o'clock. 8:30 till 6, you can count it the same way. You will get 9.5 hours. And Saturday 9 to 19 is 10 hours. Now we just have to add all these hours together. So 32 plus 10 plus 9.5 will give us 51.5 hours. In B, the table shows the cost of tickets for the museum. We have adult, senior, child, and child age under 5 free. The Reeve family visits the museum. Mrs. Reeve is age 36. Her father is 67. Her mother is 65. And her 3 children are 2, 7, and 12. Write out the total cost for these 6 people to visit the museum. So how many adults we have? We have got 1 adult. So 4.2. Her father is 67 and mother is 65. So they are senior, above 60. Multiply by 2. 5.6. Her 3 children, one child is under 5, so we don't count that, and 7 and 12. So there are 2 of them. 1.8 times 2 is 3.6. So this is the total cost of the tickets for the other 6 people. $13.40. Mrs. Reeve buys 6 ice creams. Each ice cream costs $1.3. How much change does she receive from $10? To find this, first we'll have to find the cost of 6 ice creams. Therefore, 1.3 multiplied by 6 will give us 7.8. Now from 10, we are going to subtract 7.8 and we'll get $2.20. That is the change that she receives from the $10. Part D. In Part D, last year, the museum had 27,053 visitors. Write this number in figures. So there it is, 27,053. In 2015, there were 12,400 visitors to the museum. In 2016, there were 14,100 visitors to the museum. Calculate the percentage increase in the number of visitors from 2015 to 2016. Whether it is a percentage increase or decrease, we follow one formula. The difference between the two numbers we put on the top as a numerator and the starting value, or what was the beginning number, we put it in the denominator, multiply by 100. In this case, we have 14,100 minus 12,400. Our initial value was 12,400 times by 100. This will give us 13.709, but we'll just leave it as 13.7%. The door to the museum has an 8-digit code to unlock it. The next odd number after 35 gives the digit 1 and 2. The next odd number after 35 is 37. So we write it down here. The next prime number after 23 gives digits 3 and 4. So what is the next prime number after 23? 29. What is a prime number? A prime number is a number that is only in its own timetable or in the timetable of 1. It is not divisible by any other number. The square root of 225 gives 5 and 6. Square root of 225, you can write it in the calculator like this, and you will get 15. The next one, the value of 2 to the power of 6 gives us 7 and 8. And 2 to the power of 6 is equal to 64. So that's our answer here. Solve these equations. A1, 3x is equal to 18. Therefore, x is equal to 18 divided by 3, which is 6. In the next question, you have 8x minus 15 is equal to 6x plus 2. Bring the x's on one side. The positive x when you bring here will be negative, and the negative 15 will be positive. So 8 minus 6 will give you 2x is equal to 17. Divide 17 by 2 and you will get 8.5. Part B, factorize. Factorize means what is common we have to bring out. 5 times 1 is 5 and 5 times 3 is 15. What is common here? 5. So that is what we'll bring out. What is remaining, we'll put it in a bracket. Simplify. Simplify means we add the like terms together. We have 2x plus 3x. That will give us 5x. Negative 6y plus 2y. So negative 6 plus 2 will be negative 4y. Part D. Find the value of 5u minus 2v when u is 11 and v is equal to negative 3. Replace the u with 11 and v with negative 3. And then you just put it in the calculator and you will get the answer. It is 61. Remember to put the brackets. Make P the subject of this formula. Whatever you want to make the subject, bring it on the left hand side. So this whole equation we will write here on the left hand side, and the h will write it on the right hand side. Bring the negative 3 to the other side, it will become positive 3. It's 7 multiplied by p, so that will be a divide, h plus 3 divided by 7. So p is equal to h plus 3 divided by 7. Find the value of k when x to the power of 10 divided by x to the power of k is equal to x to the power of 3. I hope you know the indices rule. If it is divide, it means the powers we subtract. So 10 minus k is equal to x to the power of 3. Another rule is if your base is same on the either side of the equal, they get cancelled. And you will be left with 10 minus k is equal to 3. Negative k is equal to 3 minus 10. So negative k is equal to negative 7. The negatives get cancelled and k is equal to 7. So that is your answer. For part 2, find the value of n when y to the power of 10 multiplied by y to the power of n is equal to 1. If it is multiply, we add the powers, so 10 plus n. And it is equal to 1. Whenever it is equal to 1, you should know that anything to the power of 0 gives us 1. So I can write here y to the power of 0. Again the same thing, the base will get cancelled and we will have 10 plus n is equal to 0. Therefore n is equal to negative 10. Geoff keeps a record of the number of goals scored in the first 8 games played by his football team. So these are the numbers given. They are not arranged in an ascending order. So that's the first thing you need to do. Arrange from small to big. Now that we have done that, let's read the question. 1. Find the mode. Mode is the most repeated number. Which is the most repeated number here? 1. So your mode is going to be 1. The range. Range is your highest value minus your lowest value. Our highest value is 8 and lowest value is 1. So the answer is 7. Median is the middle number. When you have been given data like this, you can just cancel from the side. And from this side. You have been left with 2 numbers. Add them together, 3 plus 5 and divide it by 2. You will get 4. So median is 4. The table shows the number of goals scored by Geoff's team in each game during one season. These are the number of goals and these are the number of games. How many games did the team play? To find that, we have to add all these numbers here and we will get 50. B2. Work out the mean number of goals scored per game. To find the mean of a data like this, we have to multiply the number of goals with the number of games. 0 multiplied by 5, 0. 1 multiplied by 7, 7. 2 multiplied by 8, 16. And this is what we will get. Then we have to add these numbers and divide it by the frequency. So to find the mean, we are going to add 0 plus 7 plus 16 plus 30 plus 24 plus 20 plus 30 and divide it by the frequency, the number of games that were played, which is 50. This will give us 3.28. So that is our mean. Geoff asked some supporters to choose a new color for the team's shirts. The results are to be shown in a pie chart. The table shows some of this information. So this is the color, the frequency, and the pie chart sector angle. You know, angle at a point is equal to 360 degrees. So all the angles when you add of the pie chart sector, it should equal to 360 degrees. This one angle is remaining of green. To find that, we will do 360 minus the sum of these numbers. 360 minus 123 plus 69 plus 54 will give you 114. So that is the angle of green. Now to find the frequency of blue and green, we have to first find the total number of frequency. To find that, choose one point. I'm choosing these numbers. Therefore, 18 over the total multiplied by 360 will give us 54. Therefore, total is equal to 18 multiplied by 360 divided by 54. How did we get that? This is a divide. When I bring here, it will become multiply. This is in the numerator. When I bring to the other side, it will become a divide. And this will give us 120. So now to find blue, the angle is 69. 69 over 360 multiplied by the total, which is 120, will give us 23. And to find green, we already have the angle. So the angle over 360 multiplied by the total frequency, which is 120, will give you 38. We have to complete the pie chart. Red and blue is already done for us, and we have to make the sector for green and the other. This is how your pie chart will look like. Green 114 degrees and other 38 degrees. Okay, so this is a graph question. Complete the table of values for y is equal to 6 over x. X is not equal to 0. It's a 3-mark question, and these type of questions are really very easy. You just have to substitute in place of x, -6, -3, -1, 1, 3, and 6. Whatever answer you get, you write it. That will be your y. When we do that, these are the numbers we will get. So part A is done. In B, draw the graph of y is equal to 6 over x. We have to draw this graph now. So we'll plot the points now. When x is -6, this is your x-axis and this is your y-axis. When x is -6, y is -1. When x is -4, y is -1.5. And when x is -3, y is -2. -2, -3, and -1, -6. So we'll join this in a smooth curve. The same we are going to do by plotting these points now. So we are finished with plotting of the points. Part C, on the grid, draw the line y is equal to -5. So this is the line y is equal to -5. And for question number D, use your graph to solve the equation 6 over x is equal to -5. This is 6 over x graph and this is -5. See where they meet. They meet when x is equal to -1.2. So that is your answer. This is a transformation question. 3 triangles have been given to us. Describe fully the single transformation that maps triangle A onto triangle B, triangle A onto triangle B. When there's a change in size of the triangle, it's an enlargement. So the first thing is enlargement. If it is an enlargement, you need to write three things. You need to write it is an enlargement and specify what is the scale factor. This base has 3 squares, correct? And the corresponding base has 6 squares. So it is enlarged by 2. 3 multiplied by 2 will give you 6. Now we have to find the third thing, which is the center of enlargement. To find the center of enlargement, we are going to join the corresponding points together. This point and this point, we are going to join it, and then this and this. You can see they meet at this point here, which is when x is 3, y is -1. So that's your center of enlargement. Moving on to the next part, describe fully the single transformation that maps triangle A onto triangle C. So this triangle onto triangle C, it's clearly a rotation. So the first thing we will write down is that it's a rotation. If it's a rotation, you have to write down the center and the degree of rotation. Use a tracing paper and you will see that the center is 0, 0 and it's 180 degrees. If it is 180 degrees, whether it is clockwise or anti-clockwise, it's going to be the same, so no need to write that. Part C. Draw the image of 1. Triangle A after translation by the vector -6, 5. For vector translation, you should know that the top number represents x and the down number represents y. If it's positive, your x will move to the right and the y point will move up. If it is negative, your x goes to the left and the y goes down. So you have -6. Take one point. I'm going to choose this point. We are going to move 6 to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you have a 5 here, so we'll move that point up by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you can draw looking at the triangle, or you can choose another point the same way. This is there. So 6 left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 5 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Join the points together. 1, 2, 3. And this here. This is C1. After this, C2. Draw the image of triangle A after reflection in the line y is equal to -3. Y is equal to -3 is here. We'll draw a line here. And we have to reflect the triangle A. So it will be drawn here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is C2. So we have reflected the triangle A in the line y is equal to -3. This is a probability question. A bag contains 6 green balls, 5 red balls, and 3 blue balls only. A ball is taken from the bag at random. Find the probability that the ball is green. So we have how many balls? 6 green balls. And the total number of balls are 6 plus 5 plus 3, that is 14. So 6 over 14. You can simplify it or leave it the way it is. Green or red. So we will add the green and the red, which is 6 plus 5, over 14. That will give us 11 over 14. And the third one is yellow. You can see there are no yellow balls. Therefore, the probability is 0. B. Another bag contains brown balls, white balls, black balls, and purple balls only. A ball is taken from this bag at random. B1, complete the table. So we have to complete this table. You should know that when you add the probability, it always equals to 1. So when I add brown, white, black, and purple, it is supposed to be equal to 1. To find purple, we can write 1 minus the sum of these numbers. We will get 0.18. So that is the probability of purple, 0.18. Which color is most likely to be taken? What is the highest probability? 0.46, and that is of brown. So that's our answer, brown. There are B3, there are 50 balls in this bag. Work out the number of black balls. We have to take the probability of black, which is 0.14, and multiply it by 50. And we will get the number of black balls are 7. Moving on to the next question. This is a sequence question. A. These are the 4 first terms of a sequence 8, 15, 22, 29. A1, find the next term of this sequence. To get the next sum, what are we doing? 8 plus 7, 15, 15 plus 7. So we have to add 29 plus 7 and we will get 36. So that's our next term. A2, describe the rule for continuing this sequence. We add 7. A3, find an expression for the nth term of this sequence. To find the nth term, we use the formula a plus n minus 1d. A is your first term, which is 8. And d is your difference, which is 7. Expand the bracket. 7 multiplied by n, 7n. Negative 1 multiplied by 7, negative 7. 8 minus 7 will give you plus 1. So the answer is 7n plus 1. There's another trick way to solve this question. In a shorter way, what is the difference that we have? We have 7 as our difference. So write 7n. And from the first term, subtract your difference. So 8 minus 7 plus 1. So we can get the answer in this way too. Part B. Find the first 3 terms of another sequence whose nth term is n square plus 10. To find the first term, in place of n, we will substitute 1. That will give us 1 square plus 10, which is equal to 11. And for the second term, in place of n, we will put 2. So 2 square plus 10 is equal to 14. And for the third term, we'll replace the n with 3. 3 square plus 10 is equal to 19. So these are the first 3 terms of this sequence. Question C. Write down an expression for the nth term of this sequence. You should be familiar with this sequence. This is n cube. If you check it, you will come to know that 1 to the power of 3 is 1, 2 to the power of 3, 8, 3 to the power of 3, 27, and 4 to the power of 3, 64. That's what gives us n cube. This brings us to the end of this tutorial. I hope I've been able to help you. Thank you for watching.